But I guess before we get into other stuff, we should then cover the last aspect of this plot, which is Eleanor, Exxon, and Lisa.
You know, there's a reason we saved them for last.
Because they are so unnotable. Like, the majority of the plot follows them, and, like,
it doesn't
it's not
really go anywhere.
Like, it's not bad. Like, it's more the fact that how do I put it?
Nothing really develops.
Yeah.
They don't accomplish anything, really. Lisa's the only one who gets anything done, and that's one episode.
Like, they move the plot forward, and that's all they do. Like, let's put it that way. Like,
I'd argue even then they don't, because they seriously could have just sat around doing nothing and the plot would have came and found them.
I mean, technically.
It's not even a joke, because Eleanor was essential to the end, which is its own bag of worms.
But, so what can we say about these three? I guess we'll start with, Eleanor. Because she basically is protagonist of this side, right?
She's bland.
Yeah, and she has the power to teleport, and she's like, I can't control my power. It sucks. Meanwhile, we see her spamming it all the fucking time. And
An episode later, no
and
issue.
with, like, super long distance and shit.
How the fuck can teleportation suck? How can you be that clueless, lady?
But,
She has deep-seated resentment for her parents because they disliked her when her brother died during childbirth.
yeah.
This doesn't really...
And we don't even learn that until, like, ass end of the show.
And it doesn't really impact anything or change anything, nor does it really explain any of her viewpoints of characterization. It's really just kind of tacked on at the end.
Yeah, for backstory purpose. Other than that, though, like, and this is what doesn't make sense, and this is what's going to lead us into Exxon, but, like, for some reason, she really looks up to Exxon as, like, this paragon of goodness, even though she knows fucking nothing about this guy, right?
Oh, but you use your powers to help people. Yeah, for the notoriety.
Here's Exxon, okay? His power is that he can literally, like, he's Mega Man. He can absorb anybody's powers, and it's permanent, mind you.
Unlike Mega Man, he has no energy cap.
Yeah. So, but he's a douche. like he's a funny douchebag.
But he's totally self-interested and doesn't really do anything. He's seriously just hanging out for the plot.
Yeah, he's just sitting around, like, drive me places, whatever.
He really exists as nothing more than a fucking bodyguard because Eleanor can't fight for shit. He's useless.
Yeah. And again, with him, we don't really know anything about him.
Even at the end of the show, we don't know anything about him, really. This is what happened. Okay.
Like, we learn the origin of his powers, but that's it. Like, we don't know him as a person,
No, the fucked up thing is that we don't even learn the origin of his powers because the other kids didn't have them. We just learn what happened to him as a kid, and it doesn't really go anywhere. It's actually presented in a totally binary fashion.
Yeah. So, he's just kind of there, like he's entertaining to watch.
He's got the snarkiest lines.
And he's voiced by Vic Mignogna for some reason. Like,
please teach me to use my powers. Mentoring, huh? Nah, not feeling it.
Why are you researching this family that's completely different from the one we've been following? Well, sometimes when people grow up, they get married and change their last names.
Wow! Hey, here's a fun tidbit. That entire family has the same reflected power. And they all got hit with the beams at the same time, and all of them survived.
Fucking somehow.
It's just so convoluted and fucking stupid. Like, wouldn't the show have made way more sense as, like, a fucking Monster of the Week episodic where they kidnap people with teleportation powers instead?
Yeah.
It actually would have been better, because then they could have been quippy.
Right. And so then lastly is Lisa, who is the best of these three.
Like, she was awesome in the first episode, and then she's just kind of along for the ride.
Like, yeah, she's very much a background supporting character, but the thing is, the episode they used to introduce her is actually pretty good.
She's a super cripple.
Yeah, like basically she was born paraplegic.
Except that time she was standing in that one photo.
Yeah, somehow. That fucking don't. According to her dad, she was born that way. Fucking, I don't. But then, you know, the reflection happened, and then, like, she got nailed, and she was like, fuck, I should have superpowers. I don't. Damn. And her big...
No, her superpower is being handy-capable.
Apparently.
She got really upset when somebody went,